Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, a new presentation about quality journey. A lot of people assigned to become head of department of the quality department inside some facilities like hostel and PHC. They asked me what to do, how to start, and so on. So I started a series of presentation explaining how to develop a quality department or working as the head of department or even quality officer. Almost all things you are asking for, you will find it on our YouTube channel, Quality Tabib channel, QUALITYTABEEB. But I will start today to tell you what to do. We will explain today some little bit issues about the function of the department and the function of the head of department or the quality officer. Then one by one we will take a lot of presentations. You will find all the presentation, you can take a look at them, and the new presentation I will start to upload them one by one. So what's our main issue today for this presentation? The objectives will be as follow. We will explain the quality department and the quality officer, what they have to do. We will speak about the culture, quality tools, accreditation process, ESR, essential safety requirements, OVR, occurrence variance reports, central events, how to do root cause analysis, what are the international patient safety goals, what about committees, what's FEMIA, failure mode and effect analysis, KPIs, key performance indicators, clinical audit, VTA program, venous thromboembolism, data management, improvement, medical documentation, and other things we will offer to you here. So what's the issue for today? We will start this presentation about the quality department and the quality officer. First of all, you have to have an appointment letter. This appointment letter will be issued by the hospital director or PHC director to assign you as a quality department. Why we need this letter? To tell you what's your accountability and what's your responsibility. The differences between accountability and responsibility is accountability, what's your main missions, and who is the person you have to report to. But the responsibility is the duties, functions you have to do. So number one, ask them to give you an appointment letter. It will give you a full authority to discuss quality issues with the department, to do their training and so on. Number two, they have to issue a job description to you. The main issue for job description is it should be prepared by HR, Human Resources Department, because I saw in a lot of facilities that new staff will come, and as soon as he reaches the hostel or PHC, he will go to the quality department asking them for the job description. No. Job description is the responsibility of HR. They have to prepare all job descriptions, and as soon as a new staff came to the hostel, he had to go to HR, finishing all his papers and taking his job description and sign that he knows all his duties and responsibilities. What's the organizational structure? And we will explain them in details. You have to do an organizational structure for your department. They call it organizational structure or organizational. So number one is the job description. I'm going to offer you here a very simple form for job description. You have to put the title of the hostel, the logo of the hostel if you have, then you have to fill all of these spaces. Number one, job description. The title is Quality Head of Department or Quality Officer. The same, all other departments have to do the same. For example, Head of Medicine, Head of Surgery, respiratory therapist, a pharmacist, lab technician, and so on. But here we are discussing the quality department, so this is the job description of quality head of department. Number two, department, you have to put here quality and patient safety department. Then index number, every single job description should have an index number. Index number will be code, letters and numbers. GD refers for job description. Q and PS refers to Quality and Patient Safety Department. 001, this means the first job description inside the department. So if you have another person working with you in the department, should be 002. Another one, 003, and so on. For example, if you have a patient safety officer, he could be 002. If you have a secretary, he could be 003, and so on. If you have data analyst, it could be 004, and so on. So don't forget to put the index number, because you have to have a list containing the index numbers with the title, so you can find it easily, and you cannot even do mistake by giving two persons the same job description number. Issue date, the date you issued this job description. Revision date, when you are going to revise this one. If you want to add, modify, otherwise it's according to the mother policy inside the hostel and job description policy of the hostel. Almost it's between 2 to 3 years. You have to give 2 or 3 years, then put the date here. For example, if you said that the issue date is June 1, 2021, so the revision date will be May 30, 2023. If it's 2 years, or 24 if it's 3 years. Approved date, it should be approved by the hostel director, or if there is a committee to approve the job description, when they have to approve it. The mistake here, I saw in a lot of facilities that they put the issue date is the same approval date. You cannot do it today and go to the hostel director to sign it at the same date. So you have to give him a chance to read if there is any modification, and so on. Review date is when you're going to change this one. Okay, revision number, what's the revision number? It's very, very important thing. Revision number is the number of this job description form. What's the number here? The number could be, you could put here new if it's the first time. First time, for example, hostel or PHC, they don't have quality manager or safety officer or whatever. He came to the hostel, so this one revision number will be new. But if within the journey of working, you modified something, or you update it, or you make the new revision, it should be 1 or 2 accordingly. Now we will go to the job code. Job code, you have to put a code for every job. QPS for quality and patient safety, MS for medical services, NR for nursing, and so on. Job title here, put it here, head of department, as we said, pharmacist, safety officer, lab technician, respiratory therapist, and so on. Surgeon, head of department, general practitioner, and so on. Then you have to fill number 3, which is the scope and relationship. It should be 3.1. Accountability, accountable to. You are belonging whom? Hostel director, head of department, medical director. You are accountable means you are raising your reports to him. He is the one who is doing annual evaluation to you. He is the one responsible for you. Number 2, responsible for. This means you are the people whom you are responsible for. This means the workers or the staff working with you under your supervision. You are the one who are making annual evaluation for them. How many of them? So you can put here, if you are a head of quality department, you can put safety officer, risk manager, data analyst, OVR responsible, and so on. Liaises with who are the people you are going to manage or direct the work of quality with. For example, head of the other department. You can go to the head of department of lab, for example, and discuss with him some policies, some improvements, some KPIs, and so on. So liaises with all head of departments. Number 4, duties and responsibilities. Here, it's the most important thing you have to take care. You have to write it clearly, and as I told you, it should be prepared by human resources. They will tell you what's your job inside the hostel. So for the quality and patient safety officer or head of department, what is his duties and responsibilities? It will be in the next presentation. We will explain it in details. Let's go for number 5, required qualification. Qualification means the certification. What are certification you need from him? He could be a general practitioner, nurse, technician, whatever. So you put here at least. At least he should have a bachelor degree, a diploma, MD, and so on. So for us, we will put here, he have to have, for example, total quality management, okay, diploma, or CPHQ if you require, or if you don't have and you have to assign someone only have experience and no certification, it's up to you. You can put here only bachelor degree in any branch of the medicine or paramedics. 5.2, the professional experiences. For how long you need this person to be experienced in his work? You can put 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. You have to put here the exact number of years or of months you need the head of the quality department or any other job description to become experienced in. Let's another part, 5.3, specialized experience if applicable. If you have something you needed, for example, if you have a well-developed quality department, but you do not have someone who can do data management and the analysis in a proper way, so you can put here in the specification here that if he trained on data analysis, if you can put here he trained on a risk management program, if he have Lean Six Sigma certificate or a belt, a green belt, yellow belt, black belt, and so on. Number 6 is revision. When you're going to revise this one, the time, after 2 years, after 1 year, after 3 years, it's according to the mother policy of the hostel or job description policy of the hostel or the facility. Number 7 is job description acknowledgement. Acknowledgement means it's a confirmation from the staff that he understand, you explain to him what he have to do, what's expected from him. So he have to say that I confirm that I understand the contents of the job description given to me and was counseled immediate supervisor or the head of department, and I know everything. Then we have to have the signature of the staff himself, printed name, his name as a print, date of orientation he received his job description and trained or educated about it, then who prepared it, name, position, stamp, sign, date, revised by whom, documented by whom, and approved by whom. Now, this is a full job description. Let's discuss now the duties, the functions, the responsibilities of the quality department or head of quality and patient safety department. The basic functions are basic functions here. I'm going to offer you 6 to 7 basic functions, but there is a lot of functions you can add to him. So the first is develop and implement the organization's quality improvement plan. You have to develop and implement quality improvement plan in accordance with the mission, vision, value of the hostel and the strategic goals, strategic plan of the organization, federal laws and regulations, and the accreditation standards. So number 1 is quality improvement plan in accordance with the strategic plan. Number 2, you have, or your job is to develop and implement systems, policies, and procedures for identification, collection, analysis of performance measurement data. You have to make systems, policies, and procedure for your department, quality and patient safety department, and almost for the leadership group. You are helping the leadership to develop their policies and procedure and supervise and co-sign all other policies of all departments, because you are the one who have to decide it's on the proper form or not, it's matching with the strategic plan of the hostel or not, it's all the numbers and the revision numbers are correct or not, it could be implemented or not, because you are the one who will oversees the implementation of those policies and procedures. 3, educate and trains the leadership and even staff and the business associates as to the quality improvement plan and their respective responsibilities in carrying out the quality improvement program. You have to do a lot of training sessions for the leadership group, for even the ordinary staff in all departments about quality. You are the expert in quality. For example, you have to train them on quality tools, improvement methodology, root cause analysis, FEMIA, culture. You have to educate people on this one. And to educate this one, you have to be trained on this one. So you have to be certified and trained to become able to give training for other people. I mean, it's not acceptable that you attend an education session to educate other people, because you cannot educate them over 100% of the content. So you have to be certified and trained to train other people. Number 4, leads, facilitate, and advise internal quality improvement teams. You have to become the facilitator of almost all quality improvement teams. If there is any improvement in any department, you have to share as a facilitator. Facilitator means you know the tools, you will explain the tools, you will guide those people, but you are not deeply integrated in the improvement process itself. If it's away from your job, for example, quality improvement program or project inside lab, you cannot decide for them what they have to do. They have to decide, but you have to tell them what's wrong, what's right in the tools, how to develop, how to make it easy, how to make it implementable, and so on. Collect and summarize performance data. Here, I mean the data management program. How to collect data, who will collect the data, what data could be collected, when you have to collect, in what system you have to put, data collection tool, how to present the data. You have to be certified and trained well to train people on data management. And you have to help people to identify opportunity of improvement. Where is the area of improvement? Defects, as they said. Defects, you have to change it or modify it to opportunity for improvement. For example, we have a high cesarean section rate inside the ops and gyne department. We will not call it a problem, our defect, we will call it opportunity to improve, how to improve it. And present findings quarterly to the performance improvement committees and board of director. You have to raise reports to the hospital director, to committees, executive committee, quality improvement committee, and so on. Analyze customer survey data. This is a very important issue, a lot of quality department not taking care for. You have to measure the customer's needs and try with other departments to improve or satisfy those needs through satisfaction survey. Satisfaction survey could be very easy now through the mobile, through the internet, through anywhere. You can make a Google form asking people about their input about some services and how you will go to improve those services. And at last, actively participate on or facilitate committees. You have to supervise the working of committees inside the hospital, like the term of reference of the committees, the quorum of the committee, they are holding or preparing the meeting or not, there is action plan or not, there is recommendation or not, the recommendation are implemented and followed up or not. So you have to supervise those, and any defect you have to raise a report to the hospital director. The other thing we have to discuss today for the quality department is we said that the job description should be prepared by the HR department, but for the organizational chart, it should be prepared by you. You are the one who prepare it. Put the hospital director as a job and his name. Then an arrow coming down, put the head of quality patient safety department and name. By the way, some accreditation bodies like GCI and SBAHI, they are requesting from you to put any organizational chart with names only, with titles only, or it's better for names and titles at the same time. But with titles, it's very easy and you can leave it for 1 year, 2 years according to your policy. But with names, if you put the names and titles, you know that some facilities have a high turnover of people, so you can change the names over and over and over. Then what are the divisions inside that department under you? In my opinion, at least three departments, small departments are enough. But I see that big hospital, they may put more and more and more. The first is accreditation. You have to have accreditation department belonging to you as a quality director. This department will take care for accreditation. preparing, training the people, supervising the policies and procedure, taking care for ESR, and so on. The other department or division is patient safety and risk management. This department will taking care for international patient safety goal, risk analysis and risk shift, risk mitigation, doing the FEMIA, doing the root cause analysis, reporting the central event, and so on. And the third one is the KPI department or measurement department or statistics department. It's up to you. Some people who have to develop the KPIs, supervising the data collection, data analysis, data presentation, dashboard making, comparison between month and month, internal benchmarking inside the hospital, external benchmarking, your hospital with other hospital. And some people will add another one like secretary. Some people will add something else like data management or data analysis department. Some people will add another department and so on. So here, at least if you started with 4 people, I believe it's enough, but it's according to your hostel bed capacity. Then who will prepare the organizational chart? You have to put your name and sign, and it should be approved by hostel director, both his name and both his signature. By this, we finished our presentation today about the quality department itself. I'm recommending you to check our YouTube channel, Quality Tabib, QUALITYTABEEB. You will find a lot of presentation about accreditation, international patient safety goal, fire, medical error, medical documentation inside medical records, and inshallah in the next presentation I will offer the other things we mentioned in the first slide. Until we meet again, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We will see you again inshallah.